Basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And for the Heat here, they've been putting on a show, guys.
You could see they were well prepared defensively coming into this one.
KYP, know your personnel. So far, good attention to the scouting report.
Miami leading by 19. On the court for the Heat, Bam Adebayo is out there with Wiggins. And it's Mitchell, and it's Ware in at the center, filling out the middle.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Pass to Thomas.
2 fouls for him now in the first half. He's going to have to be really smart going forward.
Claxton the pass to Williams. Over Mitchell. And he can't bank that one in. And Miami shooting the ball with incredible accuracy. 68% so far. And that one's good. Wiggins.
And flashing some real toughness inside. Wiggins can finish plays that others simply can't.
Johnson, the pass to Johnson. And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. Second chance shot. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
And taking a look back at his performance at the line a year ago, rock solid 79%.
The Nets making a switch here. Russell's checked in. And Eric Spoelstra, the head coach of the Miami Heat, receiving a record 8-year, $120 million extension. That's some big dough.
Is it ever? And remains coaching for the only NBA franchise he's ever worked for. Already one of the most tenured head coaches in the association, and that figures to continue for a while.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Bam Adebayo talked about how his mentality has evolved over his career. He said, shoot the ball. I feel like that's been my evolution. It sounds very simple, but I came into this league as a defender. I feel like the progression's been shoot the ball, worry about everything else later. Kevin?
He certainly, DA, is a two-way threat. Russell against Mitchell. From D. Johnson, the shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And that is the exact type of opportunity this offense is looking to create.
Yeah, quality offense will serve you well in the long run. You can't settle for bad shots.
And, you know, we talk about feel and reading the situation. Russell gets an opening there and does not flinch. And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Yes, that goes in. Russell's got 6 points in the quarter.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Pass to Adebayo. Back to Mitchell. Some nice ball movement here by the Heat. A three-pointer is right on target. Larson's got 6 points.
And those aren't the type of three-point opportunities that you can allow in the NBA.
Outside Thomas. Driving the lane. Oh, and the jam by Thomas.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Passes it to Ware. Lets it go with a three. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 3 assists in the game. It's Claxton high post. Back to Russell. From past the arc. Rebound by Mitchell.
Oh, man, you know he'd love to have that one over.
There's the pass to Ware. Kept alive. Here's Adebayo. It's good. Now he's shooting 6 for 7.
Well, that's exactly what Adebayo's out there to do off the ball. Work the glass and get his team second chance opportunities.
Pass to Johnson. And it's denied. On the wing, Wiggins. He's guarded by Williams. Here's Larson in the hoop for his third make from the field. He's 3 for 4 thus far in the contest.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. Let's pause to take a look at the teams that really made their opposing teams earn their points a season ago. The Heat third.
I mean, they held opponents to so few points that it allowed them to win games even when their offense wasn't clicking.
Here's Russell. Here's Claxton. No good. They had a chance to end the run there.
That's one he knows he should have drained.
Ware passes to Adebayo. Poked away. Claxton with the steal. Thomas gets a wide open look. And the Nets miss again. And it's Adebayo with the ball for the Miami Heat. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. That game is the first and last of their homestand. Right side, Russell. Pass to Claxton from 17 feet out. That one a little long.
When the defense is playing off you like that, you want to be able to convert. But that time, he just couldn't get it done.
The shot by Adebayo, no good. Nets have gone 5 of 12 from the field here in the second. Well, G.A. Adebayo came from very humble beginnings.
Yeah, raised by his mother. And Kevin, Bam's main motivation in life was to get her out of that trailer. He worked extremely hard and now arguably a top 25 player.
Defensive breakdown there, and they got lucky. He's not going to miss too many of those.
And it's Wiggins with the jam.
And how about the slam from Wiggins, showing off some of that athleticism there.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Timeout called the Nets. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, guys, teams are all grappling with this new CBA, especially the dreaded second apron. Fans possibly unclear on what it means. Honestly, even front offices are still navigating the complexities of the new restrictions. But basically, it has become harder for teams to spend big and acquire new players under the current systems. We'll see, guys, how this impacts everyone moving forward.
Something to keep an eye on, no doubt. All right, Shams, thanks a lot.
So it's timeout, ladies and gentlemen. We have 30 seconds left on the timer. Coaches are talking through. Got my 3-point. That's going to be coming out. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3.
Time to make some noise for yours.
Wilson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. DeAnthony Melton comes in for D'Angelo Russell.
Let him hear you.
Here's Thomas. Over Burks. And again, no good by Brooklyn.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots. Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Melton kicks to Johnson. Back to Melton. Will it go? And Ware pulls it down.
And they just can't find a way to end this thing. Nothing falling right now.
Well, this is a spot where you have to be able to go to your leaders. They need to step up and make a play to turn things around.
Here's Melton. It's hauled in by the Heat. Heroes got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Highsmith. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
And now let's take a look at the stats for Thomas. He had a strong showing last season. He averaged 22 points per game last season, 3 assists and 3 rebounds. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, he gives you something to build around night after night. Reliability is huge in this league.
And the first one drops. Well, the Miami Heat have always been in contention, Stan, for the East, and you've worked in the organization. Why is that?
Well, look, Kevin, I'll admit to a bit of a bias here, but they have a great coach, maybe the best in the league. He's been there since 2008. That consistency and continuity really helps, and this team expects themselves to win no matter what they go through. Yeah, I can't tell you what a difference second chance points make in a game. That can be the factor that swings the outcome.
Hero from long range. Cans it from downtown. Hero's got 10.
Well, he's a volume three-point shooter in this league. Hero can really do damage from that.
And it's Martin missing.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
And yes, it's good. He's got 12.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Passes to Martin. Off target at the rim. And it's Anderson with the ball for the Miami Heat. Hero fires from way outside. Wasted no time on that shot, but it's off the mark. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Melton's shot is good.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Ware. He's got 13. Works for 3. Doesn't go for him. Now here is Martin. Not a lot of room. To the middle. Here's Wilson. And Ware pulls it down. Ware's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Knocked loose. Highsmith the pass to Anderson. Now Burks. The tray. Anderson's shot is off. Nets shooting it pretty low, 34% thus far. Burks against Thomas. And it's off the back rim, no good.
Well, they desperately need him to get going offensively. He's got to refocus and just start taking better shots.
Ware, whistle blows, bucket is good, and he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Well, his rebounding is such a boost for this team, especially when it comes on the offensive end.
Johnson, he's checked in for Brooklyn. We see coaches, Stan, willing to pay fines for complaining about the officiating. I'm having a hard time thinking if you ever did that. Going back in my Rolodex here, did you? Did you ever do that, Coach?
I mean, Kevin, I paid hundreds of thousands of dollars of fines in the NBA. My wife was not real happy about that at one point, reminding me early on that we had 4 kids we were going to try to put through college, and she told me one year I just gave away 2 college educations.
Oh,
goodness.
We are playing NBA 2K25.
Last 2 minutes to play. Second quarter.
Wilson against Hawkhead.
We're in the second quarter, and the
shot by
Miami
Wilson,
Heat is
no good.
leading.
The edge on the glass is the
78-44.
difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Shoots from the elbow. Rebound, Brooklyn. They'll be playing host to Portland for their next game, and that will be the middle game of this 3-game homestand. Rozier against Johnson. Here's Sharp. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Sharp's got 4 points now in the quarter.
46, a minute 20.
Rozier kicks to Ware.
In the
That's
second
good, and it's
quarter.
Rozier with the assist.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him.
Ware.
He's just dominating at the
points so
offensive
far
end.
in this game.
Johnson inside. Rozier defending. So it looks like the Nets will retain
it will
possession
be Nets
here.
ball.
Nikola Jovic is checked in for the Heat. Here's Johnson. Outside Wilson. Lets the three fly. Offensive rebound. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
And there's Rozier on the assist from Hero.
Tyler Hero.
Hero's got assist number 7 for him tonight. Brooklyn's gotten into trouble with the 3 ball in the second quarter, only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. And there's the pass to Sharp. On the wing, Melton. He's covered by Hero. And it's Sharp missing.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Melton against Hero. 11 seconds left in the second quarter. And Tyler Hero gets the whistle that time.
Hero.
That'll be his second foul of the game.
Third team foul.
7 seconds left to play here in the half. Martin wide open. He fires. And then Sharp with the dunk. And he's now got the double-double. 10 points and 11 rebounds.
That's why you never quit battling on the offensive glass.
And that's a nice reward for his effort. The flush. Perfect.
Well, that's what he does. He makes an impact with his activity on the
So
board.
Heats is
And
up
so it's the
34
Miami
points.
Heat with a 34-point advantage heading into the break. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, guys. Andrew, what do you like about the way the team's playing so far?
We're competitive right now. We're going after it. In our possession, we're going hard.
We'll see if that continues in the second half, Andrew. Thank you. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime to get the third quarter started.
Halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. So it's Miami who's out on top at the half. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, give us your take.
Well, when you pass the ball the way they have, Ernie, I mean, this is the kind of scoring line you expect. The guys are in total sync, and the difference is the ball movement. I mean, they're moving the ball around, and it's striking.
And over to Shaq now, your take on the Nets.
Just bad interior defense from them throughout the half. They're getting pushed around, not protecting the rim, allowing easy looks. That's the kind of D I love to face. I've had at least 30 by now, guys.
And it's just about time now for the third quarter to get underway.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And Miami shooting impressively throughout at 62%. They've got Thomas. Nicholas Claxton out there with Sharp. And there's D'Angelo Russell. And it's Williams at the 3. And that's the group for Jordi Fernandez as we begin the second half.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. And that one's good. Wiggins.
Assisted by
Wiggins has got 11 points.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, we all know about what Heat culture means. Bam Adebayo says we share the ball, play together, and we know where the shots are going to come from. We're just blessed to have a team like this. Everybody buys in, everybody competes, and everybody wants to get the job done. Kevin, back to you.
They've got great chemistry. Thanks, David. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo.
Well, his shot has come such a long way, and now it's a big part of Bam's repertoire.
And at this point, Tyler Herro's used to hearing his name in just about every trade rumor that comes along, Stan. I would assume that's got to be a little disconcerting for a player.
It probably is, Kevin, but giving a lot of credit. It never seems to bother him, at least in terms of affecting his play on the floor. He still puts up big numbers. He plays with great confidence. Tyler Herro's an outstanding offensive player.
The Nets making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. There's Thomas with the three. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know, they've hit the ground running to begin this. Second half, 4 for 5 so far.
And Miami calls their first time out of the game. Stan, isn't it terrific? We're seeing these great stars in the NBA extending their careers more than ever before.
We certainly are, Kevin, and it's great for the league. The league keeps getting younger, though. These guys come into the league earlier. But I think what players have learned, it's not even just the basketball part. It's the strength and conditioning. It's the nutrition. They've taken care of themselves better, and that allows them to last longer.
Larson with the bucket.
I love seeing a player pass up his own shot to create a great look for a teammate.
Outside, Russell. Pass to Williams. Back to Russell. For the three. Good. Great play by Williams to set it up. Russell's got 11 points.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Boy, he launched that one from way outside. He's got 7.
Man, the triples keep falling, guys. That's 3 in a row.
And Davion Mitchell gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Heat on D. On the wing, Williams. Covered by Wiggins. Williams passes to Claxton. Count that one. 10 points for Nick Claxton.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Here's Wiggins. 6 for 6. He's yet to miss from the field.
And he continues to shoot a perfect percentage. Clearly a big reason why they're up right now.
Pass to Thomas. Charity stripe shot. It's hauled in by the Heat. Ware's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Larson with the bucket.
And yeah, he's not messing around. He wants no part of a comeback in this one.
Well, this is how you shut the door, right? You keep making good shots and you build the lead.
Right side, Russell. Lets it go from 11 and misses it off the right side of the rim. And so Adebayo will bring it up for the Heat. Wiggins sinks that one from the post. Wiggins has got 6 in the quarter.
And there's one thing that's never been in question about Wiggins, his ability to be a high-volume scorer. And in case you needed a reminder, he's giving you one tonight.
Well, he just doesn't have it right now. It's as simple as that. And his team is struggling as a result.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Mitchell against Russell. Outside, Williams. And he drives in. 5 to shoot. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Andrew Wiggins. Breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Heat.
Well, the defense hasn't done nearly a good enough job of getting back in transition, and they've taken advantage, racking up fast break points against them.
And also, guys, how about the hustle we've seen on the boards? They're getting after it and cashing in on second chance scoring opportunities.
Well, and after making just one triple going into the break, he's still looking for his first make from distance here in the second half.
Russell looking around. Claxton against Adebayo. Russell, no luck.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Finished off the break. Russell's got 5 points now this quarter.
Yeah, multi-dimensional score. Hard to match up with Russell in that kind of space.
Here's Larson. Here's Mitchell. Banked in off the glass.
When you're trying to claw your way back into a game, you cannot allow second chance opportunities.
Well, look, their lack of effort is exactly why they're behind. Just look at how they're getting bullied on the glass right now.
Pass to Johnson. There's the dish to Williams. To the paint. Here's Claxton. Great D that time from Adebayo.
Nice work defensively to contest that shot right at the rim. Nothing easy.
And it's in there.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Russell passes to Williams. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got his third assist on the night.
And I like Russell's ability to create for others. He does what's best for the team.
Back to Mitchell, over Russell, and there's another one for the Heat.
Assist, Kyle Anderson.
Here's Russell. He's got 13. And the pass to Johnson. Down low. Here's Claxton. That shot, no good. Great D that time from Adebayo. A three from Anderson. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
Thomas dishes to Johnson. Good work there as it goes. Johnson's got 7.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
Here's Adebayo. Johnson with the rebound. Johnson's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Williams kicks to Russell. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Johnson, he's checked in for Cameron Thomas. Heat also with the sub. Highsmith is checked in. Here's Anderson. The rebound by Johnson. Johnson's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Highsmith grabs the miss. And Miami shooting it beautifully here in the third. 56% from the field. Wiggins finds Mitchell. Good ball movement here by Miami. And again, it's the Heat missing. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Here's Johnson. Knocks down the step-back J. And it's 6 points for Johnson.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Kicks it out to Mitchell. Puts up a deep 3. And they get it back. Pass to Highsmith. Back to Mitchell. Fires away from outside. Rebound by Williams. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting it quite well in this third quarter, 53%, and the offense is rolling. Out to the wing. There's Russell with the 3. Offensive rebound, nets. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Johnson. And Johnson missing again.
Well, that miss was caused by the defense. They were all over him.
And that one, good.
And you're not going to pass up that kind of look.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for Brooklyn. Pass to Claxton. Tipped away. High post, Johnson. Misses from short range. The Heat shooting a smooth 58% from the field. Everything going according to plan for them on that end. And it's good, 2 points. Anderson's got 5. And here's Brooklyn.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Russell passes to Williams. Dishes to Johnson. A second chance effort. He can't get it to go. Good D by Anderson. Wiggins inside the line. It's good.
Andrew Wiggins.
Wiggins has got 10 points here in the second half.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
To the middle, Williams. And Williams with the stuff.
Well, he led him with the pass there, almost like a quarterback timing a route. That was impressive.
On the wing, Wiggins. Passes it to Highsmith. Mitchell way outside. Hits it from three-point range. Mitchell's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Heat. Here's Russell. And it's Miami with the rebound. Anderson's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. So for the Nets, Wilson, he's checked in for Cameron Johnson. Martin comes in for Williams. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Russell. And then for Miami, Jaime Jaquez, he's checked in for Anderson. Robinson comes in for Wiggins. And it's Rozier in for Mitchell. Tries from the block. Johnson's shot is off. The Heat shooting 54% since they had a chance to talk things over at halftime. They're looking locked in out there now. 54 seconds left to play here in the third. Outside, Martin. Back to Johnson. Looking to get it going. And then Johnson with the dunk.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Turning great defense into great offense. That's the kind of stop you're looking for.
How about the crafty handles there from Rozier? Had the D falling all over themselves.
To the paint. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
Jaquez outside. Rozier for 3. And the Heat, another 3.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And here's Melton. He's got 5. Over Robinson. With the tip. Claxton on the follow. Claxton's got 12 in the game.
Oh, smooth. Guys, very good job getting himself in close enough that he could just tip it back in.
Well said. Those kind of plays in the offensive glass can tell the story sometimes, can't they? And so it's Andrew Wiggins making highlights for Miami. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
Yeah, it's pretty to watch. It's great to have so many big men in the NBA who can dish it like this.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the floor for Miami starting the fourth. Alec Burks is out there with Rozier. Then there's Jaime Jaquez. Then it's Duncan Robinson. And it's Jovic in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That one drops for him.
They're going to have to come up with a better matchup. This guy just too much speed.
Here's Burks. And the shot goes in.
Well, that kind of vision is exactly what they need out of Jaquez.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting a lackluster 38% for the game, struggling so far. Now, here's Melton. Watford, that's good. Watford's got his first points of the night.
And how about the terrific use of the crossover there to just throw the defender off balance?
They grab their own miss. Rozier for three, drills the three-pointer.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Inside, here's Melton. Goes back up, and it's blocked.
Well, I hate to say it, but he hasn't done a lot to help their cause tonight. He's been a little erratic from the floor.
And it goes out of bounds.
Miami ball.
Last touch, they say, by Martin.
Substitutions.
The Nets making a switch here. Whitehead's checked in. Kyle Anderson, he's checked in for the Heat. Here's Rozier. Good ball movement here by the Heat. Jaquez with the bucket.
Well, he's so smart. Jaquez Jr. has an impressive basketball IQ for his age.
Melton passes to Whitehead. Here's Clowney. Off target from outside. Now here's Anderson. Covered by Watford. Burks for three. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Well, sometimes it's just not your night. But despite his struggles, they're ahead in the game.
Now here's Melton. Guarded closely. Takes a three. They get it back. Clowney. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass. Getting it done.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Here's Melton. Pass to Clowney. It's Martin on the wing. Burks covering. And it's Anderson with the ball for the Heat. Jaquez the pass to Anderson. There's the triple. Jaquez with the bucket.
Well, when Jaquez is hitting threes, it adds a whole nother dimension to this offense.
Melton with the ball. The NBA has always been a star-driven league, Greg, and that's reflected in team strategies now more than ever before.
It is. All over the league, teams now building their systems around their stars, surrounding them with complementary players and running the offense through them as much as possible.
The pass to Watford. Jaquez with the rebound. Miami's gotten off 4 3-pointers in the final quarter, and 2 of them have fallen. Anderson can't get it to go.
Yeah, he hasn't had the best night from the field, but his teammates have had his back.
Whitehead passes to Melton. Driving inside. And that one is hammered home.
And he wanted everybody in the building to feel that ferocity.
And we did. We felt it. Even over here we felt it. Sharp's checked in for the Nets.
D-Ron Sharp.
To the wing right side. Chalk up 2 there.
Great use of the bounce pass there. You gotta love that.
The Heat have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. To the inside. Here's Jovic. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Second personal foul.
And let's see what the Nets have coming up. On Wednesday, they'll defend home court against the Portland Trailblazers. Then on Sunday, they'll take on Chris Middleton and the Washington Wizards.
And you know, for that matchup with Oklahoma City, that'll be their 4th outing in this young season. Coach will want to have his team starting to build a rhythm by then.
And the second free throw, good. And the league limiting players from making public trade demands, which I guess makes sense. It's a big change from the past, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it saves franchises from being put in a tough spot. Keeps a player's trade value high, which helps the team they're leaving.
Pass to Sharp. Three-pointer on the way. And it's Miami with the rebound. That's a 2 from Rozier. Jaquez the pass to Anderson. The top of the key jumper is on the mark.
Assisted buckets. Every team wants them. They show you're running effective team offense.
Now Watford. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. Misses the layup.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Passes it to Anderson. Rozier kicks to Burks. And it's off from three-point range.
Frozen. Guys just ice cold, unable to contribute offensively.
The feed to Martin. And finished off by Martin.
And even if you risk a foul, the D has to play him tougher when he gets it that deep.
Yeah, once he gets the ball in that spot, help has to be very quick to rotate over.
And the basket by Rozier.
And we continue to see Rozier taking on more responsibility offensively. Nice finish inside.
Pass to Martin. Puts up a 3. Rebound by the Heat. Anderson's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Marvelous lead pass, and he throws it down.
Well, you love the unselfishness. Makes the next pass and enables his team to capitalize on the possession.
Here's Clowney. The pass to Whitehead. Pass to Clowney. Down the clock. Fires from deep. Shot clock reset for the Nets. Here's Sharp. Can't hit from in close. The Heat have gone 8 of 14 from the floor here in the fourth quarter. Burks' shot is good.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
It sure is. They've certainly accepted the challenge. The trick now is to sustain this effort.
Here's Jovic. Bucket is good.
Just impressed with the teamwork out there, setting the table for one another.
They're having trouble stopping this run.
And the more trips they continue to come up empty, the more the pressure builds on them.
Here's Watford. Rozier defending. Watford, that's good. Watford's got 4 points in the quarter. Miami's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on three-point attempts here in the fourth. Heat moving the ball around. Releases. Jaquez can't hit. Net shooting around 37% in the fourth quarter. The minutes starting to wear on them. Here's Whitehead. Makes it off the glass. Whitehead's got his first 2 points of the night.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
Here's Jovic. Not wasting any time and taking the shot and knocking it down.
Look, if I'm one of his teammates, I just keep getting him the ball. He has been lights out.
Up top, Watford. Rozier defending. The shot by Watford, no good. Here's Jovic. Sinks the triple.
Yeah, coming down the stretch, they've become reliant upon their perimeter game.
Well, if you're looking to get points in a hurry as the game clock's running down, that's certainly the way to do it.
Pass to Whitehead. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Well, he's a bit of an undersized center. However, his leaping ability can certainly mask that.
He gets it in there. Jovic has got 14 points here in the second half.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Here's Watford. Well, Stan, I know you made the transition from college to the NBA as a coach and were successful, but how hard is that transition for the players to go from college to the pros?
It's an incredible transition, Kevin. In college, let's think about it. the very best teams may have 2 or 3 NBA caliber players. You know how many NBA players are on NBA teams? 15 of them. And the pace of the game, everything happens faster, so all of your reads and decisions have to happen faster. That's what I think takes the time more than the skills themselves. Yeah, what a fantastic game for Jaquez. With all the little things he adds, big scoring nights are a huge bonus.
To the paint, here's Whitehead, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. Left side, Rozier. Here's Jaquez. The rebound by Watford.
I'm not sure if anyone on the team has the green light from there. Definitely not him.
Well, that's the shot where if you make it, everything's fine. But if not, you're going to hear about it.
Sharp, the pass to Whitehead. Pocket 6. Boom, he jams it straight down.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage.
And that's just cold-blooded right there. He's taking no prisoners.
Yeah, he's leaving no doubt in this one. Doing everything he can to slam the door on a comeback.
And he lobs it up, and that's out of bounds. Brooklyn will retain possession.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Miami.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And it'll go down as their first official win of the new year. Burks can't get it to go.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
That's one of those heat check shots, and heat check is a synonym for bad shot.
This league, Stan, and you've watched it and coached it for years, has the best players in the entire world. And some guys, though, can kind of be overlooked, like Terry Rozier, for instance.
Yeah, look, here's a guy who's averaged 28 points a game. He can create offense for other people. He plays hard, was an outstanding defender early in his career. He's an important piece for any team he's on.
And what speed, and Stan, what athleticism.
Yeah, no question about it. This guy's somebody who shouldn't be under the radar.
Releases. Launches it from deep. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
Basketball.
There's 25 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Rozier against Johnson. Outside, Martin. Back to Johnson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Great defense that time from Jaquez. From deep three-point territory. No good there. And so Miami takes this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they control the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much, Bam. Your impact is seen all over the stat sheet. So what's the mindset as you approach these games?
I'm trying to get a team win, trying to impact winning. You know, that's what it's all about. My teammates got my back like I got theirs, so we're just going out there and trying to do our thing.
It was very visible there down the stretch. You looked like yourselves and got the win. Back to you guys.
Thank you for that, David. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. So, for Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan.
That was a fun
Thank
game,
you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports.
Boy, you better watch the way you talking to me. Hello? Come through with that beat 'cause I ain't working for free. I got a bunch of bad, stay up. with me. I got love for put my neck on freeze. Who that said they with me right now? Who that said they my being honest? Ain't nobody my I promise. Got a lot of options, but my is the hottest. Ha.
Timberwolves defeated the Nuggets 130-116. I'm actually surprised. Wizards crush 127-109. Overtime filler tonight. As for Utah, Los Angeles. Celtics is too much for the 76ers, 139-128. Injury report.